Not only did we raise a lot of money for charity, it also gave us a small insight to what homeless people live with every day. We only did it for one night and then we got to go home afterwards, but they have to do it every night. So we hope that the money can help to make a difference.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for inviting us here today, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who took part in the sleep out and raised this fantastic amount of money. And obviously, please pass that on to everyone who sponsored you. It really does mean a lot to us. And as you said there, you've got a taste of what it might be like to sleep out. And I heard it was a really wet, miserable evening. So I suppose if you can imagine that, if you've slept out a night like that, and you don't have a home to go to the next day, to get into a nice hot shower, to wash your clothes, how miserable and how ill that can make you. I suppose the physical and mental health issues are huge for people who are homeless. But where your money is going is, I think, outline a little bit about what Cork Simon does. We have people on our outreach team who would go and check spots that are known for people who might be sleeping rough, and make sure that they do have a dry or a warm blanket or a sleeping bag, to tell them that there is a soup run every evening which we provide for them to come to, if they can, where they will get a hot, nourishing meal. It's inside, so they have a bit of dignity, they can sit down, they can be assessed by people in Cork Simon, so they get access to a doctor and to any medical attention they need, and they will be told their options. And unfortunately, a lot of people's options are very limited, because our emergency shelter has 47 beds, but we're full every single night. At the moment, we're averaging between 50 and 54 people a night sleeping there. People are having to sleep on sofas in the recreation room. We've doubled up some of the beds, so there's 2 beds in what really is a very small bedroom. So we are trying to do the best under very, very difficult circumstances to make sure that not as many people as possible don't sleep out on the streets. But unfortunately, the reality is that people are having to. So the money you've raised is going so that we can enable to keep the shelter going. We can provide really highly trained staff to manage people. Obviously, people have a lot of maybe addictions or mental health problems, so to help them to manage those. But another thing that Cork Simon does is we have a lot of houses and apartments around the cities, and you're probably just not familiar with them because we don't have big signs outside, and that is what we ideally would like people is to live independently with our support, so that they are, not totally reliant on the system and on Cork Simon, and on places like the emergency shelter, which can be quite chaotic at times for people. I actually was just interviewing somebody the other day, and he was saying how he was in the shelter for 9 months, and he kept saying, I shouldn't be here, this is not where I should be. And his key workers and staff were saying, just hang on in there, we will try and get you an apartment. If you weren't there, he would be sleeping rough. And obviously it's really dangerous as well to be sleeping rough. But anyway, luckily he's years down the line now, and he does have his own apartment, but he's so grateful for the work that Cork Simon does. But like I say, none of that work is possible without people from the local communities supporting us and raising money in the fundraiser you did. So I'm just delighted that you did this. Like I say, the money is absolutely fantastic, and I hope you have had a little insight, and if anyone has any questions, then please just fire away and I will try my best to answer them.